into it. Firstly, congratulations on another opportunity. So you're returning to the ring on March
Yes,
30th in the
yes,
Netherlands, I believe. So yeah,
yes.
congratulations on the opportunity. And yeah, how excited are you for this opportunity?
Once again, I would like to say thank you to the promotion and the people of the Netherlands. This is the third time I'll be going back there to the Netherlands. I'll be boxing under a boxing promotion called Boxing Evolution. I started with them on number 8 and number 9. Now it's number 10. So they've given me as well a platform, to box in Europe and stuff. And I've had one loss and one win out of their promotion. So it's been a good one. I'm also growing a nice fan base in Holland.
Mhm.
Uh, and yeah, man, they've set me up to fight a nice, good fight now, 8 rounders.
Mhm.
Most of you all know I fluctuate between the lightweight division and super lightweight.
Mhm. Mhm.
Over December, I grew a little bit, so I'll be going to the super welterweight division
Oh
for
really?
this
Oh
fight.
wow.
Yes, I'll be going up to 68 kgs. So it's a different, you could say, weight class for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's a new challenge, bigger guys, you know. So I'm very excited overall, to step back into the ring. As you all know, I wanted to actually hang up my gloves last year, and having my son being born and seeing him fighting in the hospital, those 3 months in ICU, just brought back a lot of fight inside of me to say, I'm from a fighting family. This is what we do. We are fighters. So for me to just hang up my gloves last year didn't feel right. Watching my son in ICU for so long, it brought back a lot of fire. And this is why I made the decision to come back into the boxing. And yeah, if you guys know my career, I don't look for anyone lower than me. I always look for the big fights, the top fights. So my next opponent, once again, is ranked in the top 200, and I'm looking forward to showcasing my talent.
Yeah, what kind of fight can we expect with you and his name's Mahmoud, is that right? So
Yes,
what kind of
Mahmoud,
fight can
yes.
we expect between you two?
Well, Mahmoud looks like a very good come forward fighter. I think this fight you will see a very aggressive David Rajuili
Mhm.
come forward. My old school style of fighting when I was in South Africa. This was what my style was. Before you come to Germany, then they kind of change it to their German style. But you'll see the old David fighting. Come forward. Just putting on the pressure and taking him into the deep end. For me, it's a good fight. I see his fight record. Yes, he sits at 9-0, but he's really fought nobody. Where I have been challenged throughout my career. I fought some champions. I fought three people that are champions at the moment, and I've taken these guys, some of the fights I've had, I've taken the guys into deep waters.
Mhm.
And, I haven't really been stopped by big names, by like Yegeti and stuff. And, even after the fight with Yegeti, that's when I looked at myself to say, yo, bro, you just fought an elite fighter and you did so well where 89, not even like 50-50. Some people had it, me winning. Some people had it as a draw. People came to me to say, that was a draw. You won by at least one round and stuff. And it just had me thinking again to say, wow, David, you put on such good fights against all these good, highly rated fighters. Why give up now? Keep going. Your time will come. The fights will come. So this is what I'm excited for. And to answer your question, you guys are going to see a very hungry, a very come forward and more aggressive style out of my style, fighting style. I think I have to be more aggressive going up to fight these big guys as well.
Right, right, right. So it sounds like I want to see a war then. So it should be a
Yes,
really good fight.
yes, yes.
Um, so how's camp going? Where are you set up for your camp? Are you because you live in Germany, right? So
Yes.
is your camp in Germany?
Yes, so camp is going good. I'm training now with my trainer, Emil, from Olympics Gym in Freiburg. With him and his guys, I'm training with him. I also have my coach from he takes me. We do live sessions, but he broadcasts all the way from South Africa. He's my bag coach. We do all the bag drills and stuff like this. He's been through my career from my first fight till now. He's always just training me via social media, FaceTime and stuff like this. And then I have also my the guys that I do sparring with here in Germany, Dominique Younger and his guys. I have the twins, the German champion twins from in the super lightweight division. So I have some good training, and we're just looking forward to it. As I say, it's a new challenge. It's a different weight class, bigger guys. It's my style. I get 8 rounds now. This is more for me. I'm a duration fighter. I like the 8 rounds, 10 rounds, 12 rounds kind of fight. These 6-rounders aren't really my thing, or 4-rounders. So I'm excited. It gives me time to fight. It gives us time to suss each other out. And it's about giving the fight fans also a fight to talk about afterwards.
Yeah. So you're moving up to a bigger weight division. So how are you going about that? Are you doing more, like how do you go about when moving up in weight? Are you doing more weight training to put more muscle on, or are you eating? I guess you're in a calorie. Obviously, you're trying to gain a bit of weight. How are you going about basically going into a different weight division?
Okay, so obviously we all know boxing and how these boxes work, and people's walking around weight, and we know how it works. My walking around weight usually is 68, 69 kgs. That's if I'm not in camp. And then come camp time, with all the calories we burn in training, with running and cardio work and all, we have 8 weeks to 12 weeks training camp. We're pulling 8 kgs. Some guys are pulling 10 kgs, to make the scale. And then they carb load, they're another person at the fight. So answering your question, for me to make that weight won't be that difficult, it's my walking around weight. So we will focus mainly on the power training, never to buff up or anything like this. I know on scale day, I will come a little bit lighter. I want to come in at around 68, 67. I'm happy, because I have to carb load. I'll carb load to like 68, 69, 70 at max, but I'm not 70 to me will be too much. I'll be I'll be holding too much. So 68, 69 is my training and walking around weight. I can make that weight, So it's more weight training and maintaining the weight. As the weeks are going to 6 weeks on Monday, we will start a lot with the treadmill work, heel sprints, and so forth. And obviously, I want to maintain the weight to not take me down to super lightweight. So eating the right amount of calories, keeping the protein up, and maintaining the weight. Like I said to you in the beginning of this question, I would like to step on the scale around 67 kgs, 67.5. I'm happy. He can come in at whatever. I know I'll be the faster. And if I can get stronger, working the strength at 68, he's fighting me at my, you can say at my potential best. Not cutting or putting on. It's just me training all the time at 67, 68 kgs, getting strong and fighting, doing my sparring, everything around this weight, fighting at this weight. I think there you get the best out of an athlete. You're getting his full potential. That's just my belief.
Very nice. You mentioned 2023. Obviously, like on paper, maybe it wasn't the best year for you, but you still had like 3 good opportunities in 2023. So how do you reflect on 2023 overall?
Yes, very good question. Gave me goosebumps, brother. How I reflect on 2023? It was a good start. I went to Holland as well, had my win, and then obviously these hard fights started coming. As I even started with the interview, I'm not a fighter that, if you look at all these fighters, even with the elite guys, they will be ranked in the top 100, top 80s, top 50s, but they're fighting guys in the 200s, in the 300s to build themselves. I'm a type of fighter that, you yourself have seen. I'm always looking ahead. I'm always looking at the top 100, at the top. With Beverly, he's ranked in the top 80s. Yigiti, top 150. Things like that. For me, I set myself a challenge, and I never got stopped once. I always brought wars. The fights were incredible that I had. From each fight, I fought 2 Olympians last year with Shadolov and Yigiti. Shadolov put me down 3 times, but I finished the fight. I gave him one of his toughest fights he had. So yes, I lost on paper, but for me and my fans and all, I won in the boxing world, and I think I keep on winning the hearts of promoters, the hearts of the fight fans, and so forth. And I never in my career was never to be an 50-0 fighter and stuff. I don't believe in that, but I always believed on giving good fights. Amazing fights that one day, my fight can be 2 years ago. People can still speak about it and say, yes, you remember David. Remember what one hell of a fight he gave, win or lose. For me, that's a win, And the fights, as everyone notices, they're not just getting easier, they're getting harder. And the truth is, it's a fight like this now that, because I've had the fights of last year, I get these kind of challenges. I win a fight like this. We all know what happens. It puts me up there with the elite guys. And, any promoter, anybody is going to want to work with a guy like me, knowing that, okay, this guy can stick with fighters, can manage himself with elite guys and stuff like that. We can use him on the cards and so forth. So it gives me an opportunity to give the fight fans better fights and, to be on these big cards and so forth.
Yeah.
So for me, it wasn't a fail. It was more of I took the hard challenges. As I've always said to you guys, I'm a South African, I'm in Germany. I'll always be in a away corner. No matter where I go in this world, unless I go back home to fight, then I'm at home. So as long as I'm on the road like a road warrior, I'm always in a away corner. My job is to obviously we train to win, but to also give the fight fans one hell of a fight when they come and see me fight, and to leave a little seed or spark in someone's life.
Yeah, 100%. You mentioned before that you were thinking about retiring. You also mentioned your son was in ICU as well. So what? Because I think you've had a good career. You've won the African title. You've had a lot of good opportunities that some boxers couldn't even dream about having.
Yes.
What is the main motivation for you to continue then?
Right now, my main motivation to continue, as I said, no one really knows this. When I went in to fight Anthony Yugiti, my son was born actually on the week of the fight, and he went straight into ICU, was prematurely born. So I went quickly to Denmark. I was just thinking about my son. Next day, I came straight home. I didn't even care what had happened, and just watching my son there, I come from a family of fighters. My mom was a fighter in the political world, and we've just been taught to keep fighting for whatever we believe in. And watching my son there, watching him fight the battle he had to fight, I had this fire to say, a little voice came to say, bro, this cannot be it. You cannot there's so much fight left in you. And look at your son fighting, and you're fighters, and you cannot now just let it go when there's so much left in you. This is who you are. This is who I am. I fight for a living, not just in a ring. I fight outside the ring, you know, not street fights or anything. The challenges of life, you know, and that just refills me. And I don't know if you guys know, I had lost my son also 3 years ago, where I had an emptiness, you know, doing all these fights. I'm fighting for my son. I have this emptiness. But when my son now was born, it filled up. I had a feeling of fullness inside of me, you know? And that's why when I came back, I said to everybody, I don't feel like I did it at 1,000%. I did it, yes, at my best. But right now, at this age and what's happened in the last couple of months, how it's refilled me, I feel I'm ready to give my 1,000% to the sport. And yeah, I'm ready to give it my all once again, and just to bash it, let my son grow and at least see me fight once or twice. You know, my daughter loves it. She comes with me to training every time, watches me train and fight and training. She really, really loves it. She's been to my fights. And to take that away from them, it also didn't feel right, you know. So it's for my family, for myself, and also for the fight fans, you know, to let me give them 1,000 of David Rajuili. And I believe this year is going to be a good year. You know, we have a good start, a tough fight, a very good start. And I believe, yeah, man, it's going to be a very good run. As I say, with my son being born, inside of me, a hole was filled, you know, and I'm ready to see what a new version of myself will be at the new weight class and so forth.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's lovely to hear. That's a very nice story, and yeah, definitely makes a lot of sense. David, I'd also like to just ask a question about, I guess, some recent boxing. Teofimo Lopez fought a few weeks against Jamaine Ortiz. A lot of controversy. Did you see the fight? What did you think of the fight?
Yeah, I watched that fight. There's not many fights that I actually lately that I get up and I watch, but the Teofimo Lopez fight, I watched it. And I thought it was, a lot of people say it was dry fight, you know, he didn't come out. But I always say fighters make the fight. And I think Ortiz was on the back foot a little bit. Timo wanted a fight. He didn't get a fight, but he did what he had to do to win, which he got the win. I feel Teofimo Lopez now should be fighting these big names, Hanley. You know, Shakur Stevenson has to do quite a lot to get there. This Keyshawn Davis story, I feel that Keyshawn Davis needs to win a few world titles before he can be shouting Lopez's name. It's only right, you know, you cannot win little titles and then, oh, you want to fight this undisputed champion, work your way to the top. And it's like me, if I have to win 2-3 fights, I cannot be calling out these big names and I want to fight Lopez or no. I must. It's a journey. It's a process. All of this, you know, they have to fight champions, beat champions. David Hanley had to go fight George Kambosos twice to be where he is at. You know, Davies had to work himself up. He beat the Kamboas. He beat everybody to be the TV man, to be where he is at, you know. So all these other guys coming up, I think they have to really work hard, really focus, win the titles, sell some pay-per-views, and then start calling the guys out, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
An amazing fight that happened last night, though, was with the South African in Mexico who won the flyweight title, the IBF. That was Nishigeni, if I say it right. Yes. He won yesterday on Matchroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. That was a great win for him. Being knocked out in the second round in Monte Carlo, you know, coming back and stopping the guy in Mexico, in his home, you know. That for me shows what that for me is real champion boxers, you know, where you can leave your home soil, go fight in another man's soil and still beat him. And the way he beat him, now they fought first time in Monte Carlo on neutral grounds. He got stopped in the second round, he got knocked out. maybe knockout of the year. But now he went back into the guy's home round and knocked him out TKO in the 9th round. You know, that for me shows a true champion, you know, where you can leave your home, doesn't even if it's, and you can actually go fight like Haney did with Kambosos. That's amazing. That for me shows true champion, because it's true, every country has their champions, but some of these champions are pampered and babied in their own countries. You never know how they would survive outside of their country, you know. And this is where you find the real champions, you know, the guys that you can send them anywhere into the world and they will always come up on top, or they will fight, they'll always come up on top, or they will fight like there's no tomorrow, and they will show the dedication and the hard work into the sport. And for me, that is real boxing, you know. So it's, man.
Yeah, 100%. Well, David, it's been great catching up with you. It's been great catching up with you as always, and I wish you all the best for the next fight on March 30th.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Great opportunity. So yeah, all the best. Hope camp goes well, and yeah, we'll catch up probably after the fight. So yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. But